Welcome to English Stories for Listening. It's not just a channel, but a journey we take together step by step, mistake by mistake, and word by word. Today, I want to tell you a story of struggle, of failure, of doubt, but most of all, of consistency. And maybe, just maybe, it's your story too. There was once a boy. Just an ordinary boy from a quiet, forgotten corner of the world. He didn't grow up around native speakers. English wasn't spoken at home, and the schools in his town could only do so much. But he had dreams that stretched far beyond his village, far beyond the borders of his language. He dreamed of confidence, of conversations with people from around the globe, of opportunities that only English could unlock. So, with nothing but a second-hand grammar book and a cheap mobile phone, he began his journey. At first it felt exciting. He imagined himself speaking fluently, impressing people, maybe even traveling abroad. But reality was different. He couldn't understand the accent in movies. He couldn't find the right words when he needed them. Even when he tried to speak, his voice would shake. People laughed. They corrected him, sometimes kindly, sometimes not. Every little mistake felt like a mountain, and slowly the excitement turned into frustration, into fear, into silence. One day, he stopped. He told himself, maybe they're right. Maybe I'll never be good at English. Maybe it's just not for me. And for weeks, maybe even months, he gave up. He stopped reading, stopped practicing, stopped believing. Until something unexpected happened. He found a small, folded piece of paper tucked inside a library book. It was yellow, old, probably forgotten. But the words written on it felt like they were meant just for him. Success doesn't come to those who start strong. It comes to those who stay consistent. That sentence hit something deep inside him. He didn't suddenly feel powerful or perfect, but he felt something he hadn't in a long time: hope. That night, he made a new decision. No grand goals, no huge promises, just one commitment. 10 minutes every day. No matter what, no matter how busy he was, how tired he felt, or how many mistakes he made, 10 minutes of English every single day. And that's how the real journey began. Some days he would watch cartoons and mimic their voices. Other days he'd read simple English stories aloud, even if he didn't understand every word. He kept a small notebook where he wrote new words and silly sentences. He talked to himself in the mirror, recorded voice notes, and sometimes even sang in English. It wasn't perfect, far from it, but he showed up again and again. Even on the bad days, even when progress felt invisible. Weeks passed, then months, and something started to shift. He began to understand, not everything, but enough. He started answering questions with more confidence. He wasn't fluent yet, but he wasn't afraid anymore. People noticed. "Your English sounds better," they said. "How did you do it?" He smiled, because he knew the truth. It wasn't magic. It wasn't talent. It wasn't some expensive course or secret trick. It was consistency. And now that same boy, the one who almost gave up, is standing in front of you, sharing this story. Not because he's perfect, not because he's a native speaker, but because he understands your struggle. Because he's walked the same road you're walking now. So if you feel like giving up, if your mind tells you you'll never speak well, if people around you laugh at your mistakes, just remember this: Fluency is not about being the best. It's about never giving up. It's about showing up for 10 minutes every day, no matter how hard it feels. Because one day, you'll look back and realize all those little efforts, they weren't little at all. They were the reason you got here. So keep going. Even if you're tired, even if it's slow, be consistent. Stay kind to yourself. Trust the process. Because your future self, the confident, fluent version of you, is waiting. And every small step you take today is leading you there. And until you get there, I'll be right here, cheering for you, teaching you, walking with you.